Kale, you got me in the headset? Kale's got me in the headset. We'll turn my headset up, and here we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hi, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manitowoc, Wisconsin, as we get you set for Alt Spring football here today. Kickoff is just in a few minutes. The time on your clock below is the time to National Anthem, and we'll use this time to get you set and get you ready for today's game. Jason Zaleski here, Cale Jacoby producing today's broadcast, and Matt Dickinson on camera as we will guide you from, well, start line to finish line. How's that sound? Yeah, we'll guide you through the whole game here today. It is the 0-1 Manitowoc Ships taking on the 0-1 Appleton West Terrors. Now we got, nope, why is there nothing now? Okay, now we're back. Here, take the shot there. And now we should be, what is going on here? It just stopped on its own? I did get a sound notification like something got pulled out of the computer. Now we got, no, why is there nothing? We're going to still roll here with it. Okay, we're going to turn the pregame into an audio test. We've got 90 seconds left now to kick off. 90 seconds left to kick off here between Manitowoc and Appleton West here tonight. All right, so we're going to keep going here. We think the audio is working fine. We got everything rolling here. So again, it's the 0-1 Manitowoc Ships. They lost last week to Fond du Lac, 63-7 final score in that one. And Appleton West fell at the hands of Oshkosh West, 31-6. And that's where we will begin today's game. Again, both teams coming in with a mark of 0-1. Somebody will leave here with their first win of the season, and I know that's why you're all here watching. And we will help you to figure that out here today. And it'll be the players on the field, and we'll go through what we know here so far. Again, our first game here broadcasting for Manitowoc and Appleton West, so we're going to be learning along with you as we go here. Manitowoc is coached by Greg Enns, and Appleton West is headed up by Mitch Johnson. Had a chance to meet with our officials prior to today's game, and our officials are as follows: Chuck Hobley and Patrick Lewis, Luke Doberstein, Todd Stuber, and our white hat today is Pat Latour. And talked to Pat before today's game. We hope not to hear too much from Pat. That's what I told him anyway. But that'll be up to the players on the field to make sure we don't hear Pat on the microphone here too much tonight. But we are just about ready here for National Anthem. Again, it is the Manitowoc Ships and the Appleton West Terrors in Game 2 here of this Alt Spring season. And we are just about ready for National Anthem here tonight. Again, both teams 0-1 coming into tonight's contest, and somebody looking to leave with their first win of the season. But National Anthem time is upon us, and we'll put the microphone out the window. You can listen to the National Anthem along with us and then get ready for kickoff here in just a moment. All right, so free and clear of today's National Anthem, and we will move now to starting introductions. The Appleton West Terrors will be introduced first here at Rubik Stadium here in beautiful Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Had a nice little drive through Manitowoc on the way down, and stopped at the Everyday Store Quick Trip. Had a pretty good time over there. Got to meet some of the friendly Manitowacians. That's what we're going to go with. But as we see the Appleton West Terrors about ready to come on the field, we see on the other side here the Manitowoc Ships are out at midfield, and we draw nearer to the start of today's game. Again, we thank you all for joining us. Those of you that have joined us, now is the best time to tell your friends, neighbors, and strangers that live sports are on Zaleski Sports, and they're on right now. So let them know how you found us, and they can watch free live high school football right along with you. And as we often say here at Zaleski Sports, don't be a sports hog. Let everybody else know that live free high school sports are on, and they're on right now. All right, so both teams are introduced as a team, and it will be the Manitowoc Ships kicking here to start today's contest, and they will kick off to the Appleton West Terrors, and they will be kicking from right to left on your screen. And the West Terrors will take the field first again. It was Appleton West falling to Oshkosh West last week 61-3. And Manitowoc falling to Fond du Lac 63-7. By the way, other games going on right now on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network is Neenah and Fond du Lac, and Spash taking on Bayport. So you don't need to limit yourself to just this game. You can watch all three, and that is the recommendation. Watch all three games and watch them all live right now. Again, it is Fond du Lac and Neenah, and Spash and Bayport. All games found at ZaleskiSports.com. All games found free at ZaleskiSports.com. All right, just about ready here for action. We'll get... Yep. All right, and as I said, Manitowoc, the Ships will kick off, and get familiar with our numbers here on the field. It looks like number 1 here from what I can tell, but I don't have a 1 on the – or I'm sorry, that is 4. That is Matt Mazer. So Matt Mazer will kick it off, and we will be underway here from Manitowoc, a very sparsely populated Rubik Field here today, and hold it. I don't know if we were whistled in. I don't know, guys. I look at Kale and Matt here. Look like we were ready to go. Now we hear whistles. All right. Now with kickoff from Matt Mazer, and Mazer kicks it deep. Ball be fielded at the 12-yard line by the Terrors, and the ball carry up to the 30 and kind of dragged down from behind. No flags on the play as Terry Poe took that ball from the 17, brings it up to the 30. Looks like they're going to mark him down. See where this ball does get spotted. It looks like they're going to mark him down perhaps at the 29-yard line. Still haven't spotted the ball yet. There it is. Yep, 29-yard line is where the Terrors will begin play here tonight. This will be Jack Hammes at quarterback for the Terrors. Hammes puts one man in motion to his left, and the handoff is going to go off tackle to the left. Ball carry turns upfield and up across the 30 to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. And that carry made by Ben Volafsky. And again, if we get any of these names right, just tell us. All you got to do, just let us know, and we will correct. It's a gain of 5 on the play for Volafsky. Now they're going to change it to a gain of 7. That'll bring up 2nd and 3 for Volafsky. Or I should say Hammes and the Terrors. Now the handoff comes here to Poe. Poe attempts to turn the corner and looks like he does get the yard to gain. It'll be a first down, Appleton West, as the ball up to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on the play for Poe. So fresh set of downs for the Terrors. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Terrors. Thomas calls for it once, twice, thrice, and the handoff goes straight up the middle as the give again goes to Volavsky. And Volavsky this time will run for 3 yards, bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Terrors. So 2nd and 7 as the Terrors near the midfield. Ball spotted here on the 44-yard line. One man in motion for Hamas, again to his left. And now Hamas, the pitch comes outside and turned and spun down there on the carry. Ira Johnson. So Johnson with the carry up across to the 47-yard line, a gain of 3. And a gain of 3 is going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Terrors. So 3rd down, our PA announcer lets us know. A smattering of foot stomps on the metal bleachers in front of us as the crowd gets as loud as they can right now. Assuming the Manitowoc crowd as Hamas drops back to pass, finds his man open over the middle. And that'll be a 1st down, churning ahead. And the pass is complete to number 81, Caden Bell. So Bell with the reception, and that brings the Terrors across midfield and into Ship's territory. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line on the first pass. And the pass is complete, again, from Hamas to Bell. Bell, big load over the middle for the Terrors, and chugged ahead after the catch, another 5 yards. And now Hamas is going to struggle to get out of the backfield and won't, as he was initially slowed up by Miguel Reyes-Quintana. And Reyes-Quintana, on my stat sheet, will get credited with the sack. And 2nd and long now coming up for West. Again, we'll give you updates as we can here on the other games going on across the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. Spash and Bayport and Neenah and Fond du Lac all going on right now. And it's going to be a false start on the Terrors as the line moved on the left side of the offensive line, and that'll make a 2nd and 13, a 2nd and 18. As I can count by 2s and tie my shoes. Do it with the best of them. So that'll give me a little bit of time here to look up a score for you. See if we have any score down in Kiel. As again, they are playing, Neenah and Fondy are playing just down the road in Kiel. And no score yet over in Kiel. But we'll take a look in for you every now and then at those games. But 2nd and long now, Hamas back to pass. He's got a man open, and that ball is incomplete. That ball was just jostled away there at the end on the coverage for the Ships. Dodge Egbert, sorry. Get it right. So Egbert with the pass breakup, and that'll leave 3rd and long now for the Terrors as the penalty backed them across the 50-yard line. They were into Ships territory for 1st down, a sack. Sack pushed him back. That sack by Reyes-Quintana, and then the false start, and now here and the incomplete pass. Now here we are, 3rd and long. Hamas in the shotgun. 3 receivers split wide to the left. Play action fake, rolls out to his right, does Hamas. Hamas looks deep, launches deep, and this one is going to be contested and then broken up. A flag comes in late as arms were tangled on both sides. We'll see what the call is here, as pass was defended by Tyler Morotek. We will get our first penalty of the game, and we'll see what the decision is here, as Pat Latour, our white hat, will tell us what the infraction was all about. And it's pass interference on the Ships, and on 3rd and 18, West will get a 1st down. Ships had him on 3rd and long, and the pass interference now. Well, I'm sorry, not quite a first down. It was 3rd and 18, so now it's 3rd and 3. On the 15-yard penalty, my math was off there. So 3rd and 3, but much more manageable now as the Terrors back in Ships territory from the 36-yard line. So Hamas again in the shotgun, and one was leaning, no call there. Handoff up the middle, and that handoff is given to Volavsky. And it looks like Volavsky will have the needed 3 yards. Well, hang on. Well, they're going to give Volavsky 2 yards on the carry. That's going to bring up a 4th and short for the Terrors. So 4th down now, 4th and a long 1 or a short 2, however you want to look at it. But a big play coming up here for both teams early in this one as we play with 7:19 left in the first. And we get our first timeout. And timeout will be called by Manitowoc. And we'll keep it here. We'll give you kind of take a whip around here as I look on my personal cellular device. And we'll see if we can get you a score maybe over in Stevens Point. Like I said, at last check, there was no score down in Kiel. I'll check there one more time, though. Yep, now there is. It's Neenah 7 and Kiel nothing as they play Fond du Lac, game being played in Kiel. It's a lot to keep track of, folks. And Bayport Spash, no score as they are underway here in quarter number 1. As we see Spash with the ball here, and they are in a 2nd and long. And we are back in action here in Manitowoc. Again, 4th and short coming up for the Terrors. Big play here early for both teams. As the aluminum bleachers begin to rumble one more time in front of us, Hamas looks to the sideline, has Volavsky to his right, and the give does go to Volavsky. Volavsky with room to roam around the corner. He's got the first down and more. He's inside the 20-yard line and finally pushed out of bounds inside the 20. And it looks like they'll mark him down close to the 15-yard line. It is a first down for the Terrors. Going to mark him down at the, looks like they may mark him down at the 17. Now they're going to call it the 16 now. A gain of 18 on 4th and 1. So Volavsky with a big run and a new set of downs for West. And the Terrors back in action. They continue the drive here. This is the opening drive of the game as Volavsky will get tripped up behind the line of scrimmage and come down. And again, that's number 60, or that is 64, Antonio Bustamante. And Volavsky will actually lose 3 yards on the play. So 5 carries, 27 yards for Ben Volavsky. Doing work here on this drive. Again, this is the opening drive of the game, and it was a long one. We started back down on the 29-yard line. A pass interference penalty helped to extend this drive. Pass interference penalty called on the Ships helped to extend the drive here for the Terrors. And now 2nd and long, and Hamas will keep this time. He's in left tackle, and he gets hit right at the original line of scrimmage, so it'll go down as a gain of 3 for Hamas. But a big stick there by the Ships defense. And this will be 3rd and 10 upcoming now for West. PA announcer tells the Ships fans to get loud as it's 3rd down here, and we hear again the rumbles of the aluminum bleachers below us. 3rd and 10, Hamas in the shotgun, looks to his right, still looking right, heaves to the corner there, and that pass will be incomplete. Pass intended for number 11, Mason Rake, and pass overthrown to the corner pylon. So we will perhaps find out about the West kicking game here. As again, the ball is on the 17-yard line, they call it. It looks to me like the 18. And a field goal will be attempted here, and this will be about a 34, almost a 35-yard try for the Terrors. What do we think, Kale, Matt? 15? Yep, Jared Marvin on for the kick. Matt Vanderputten will hold. 34-yard attempt for the Terrors, and the kick is up and away, and it is wide left. And the Ship's defense holds as 5:42 remains in the first quarter. Long drive. Drive started, again, that drive started the game. And with 5:42 on the clock, the Ship's defense holds from the 17-yard line. And no score here in the first quarter. Again, thanks everybody for watching. If you're just joining us now, I'll tell you one more time. This will be the last time I tell you. Now is the best time to call your friends, neighbors, and strangers. Let them know live sports are on Zaleski Sports right now. Let them know how you found us, and they can find live sports and watch them for free right along with you. There's a good chance they know somebody who's playing out here, so let them know. As the first offensive possession for the Ships, and the handoff goes to Brett Prangy. And Prangy will rumble ahead for a gain of 3. So gain of 3 for Prangy. And fumble, ball is on the ground. And we will see what the call is here. The umpire comes in, and it'll remain Ship's ball. As that ball came out almost right away, it looked like the handoff was attempted for Brock Peterson. Or at least Brock Peterson was near the ball when that happened. No gain on the play. It'll remain 3rd and 7. 7-7, Nina Fondi, as they play at about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. And the Ship's back to pass, and that pass is intercepted. Pass intercepted by Terry Poe. Poe down the sideline, one man to beat, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 4-yard line. A big interception there for number 17, Terry Poe. And the Terrors are in the red zone. So 3 plays for the Ships. A gain of 3, a fumble recovered, and then an interception thrown. And again, the Terrors are back on the field. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line with 4:18 to play here in quarter number 1. But a perfect opportunity here for the Terrors to strike first here tonight. Hamas again in the shotgun. Running back split behind him. We'll call it the pistol, as running backs are behind Hamas, the quarterback. And Hamas will keep. It's an option. The option flipped outside to Volavsky. And Volavsky will be stacked up by about 6 Ship defenders and finally does lunge forward. Nice effort there for Volavsky as he turns nothing into a 3-yard gain on first down. 6 carries, 30 yards for Volavsky. And the Terrors now, ball will be marked at around the 2-yard line, maybe the 3. Call it the 2.5. It'll be 2nd and goal for Appleton West. Ball now on the wide hash. 1 man in motion and flags fly. And a false start is the call, and that's the second false start here in the first quarter for the Terrors. And this one pushes them back to about the 8-yard line. That ball was marked on the 3. It's still 2nd and goal, but now from the 8. So again, Ship's defense had their work cut out for them after Poe intercepted the pass, took it back down to the 5-yard line. And another big defensive play there by the Ship's front line on the defensive line. It's going to be a loss of, well, they're going to call it a gain of 2 for Volavsky. A gain of 2. Well, no, it's not even. It's a gain of none. Gain of none by Volavsky is kind of chasing the ball around here through our view in the press box. But when it finally does get spotted, it shows a gain of none. So 3rd and goal now as the Ships defense looks for a big defensive stand here after the offense put them in a tough spot deep, essentially standing in their own end zone as Hamas, the give comes up the middle. And lunging across to about the 4-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 3. And see who they gave that to. The handoff there went to Ira Johnson. And Johnson with a gain of 3. And it's 4th and goal from inside the 5. Ball spotted on the 4-yard line for the Terrors. Now, last 4th down, they did bring out the place kicker, Jared Marvin. And I do not see a Jared Marvin on the field. So 4th and goal from inside the 5-yard line, and the Appleton West Terrors keep their offense on the field. Hamas calls for it, rolls to his right, rolls, and finds his man open, and the ball was dropped in the end zone. Pass incomplete, and the Ships defense stands. So that's an offensive possession that lasted 2 minutes and 14 seconds and went 1 yard. And the Ships are back on offense. So second offensive possession here for Manitowoc tonight. Again, if you're just joining us, it was a 3-yard run, a fumble recovered, and then an interception on the first offensive series for the Ships. Now they start deep in their own territory and pressure right away as the Terror defensive line makes their way through, and as the carry made by Prangy, and they may, well, nope, they will give him 0. So it'll be 2nd and 10 upcoming. And whistles blow on the field, and look like one man may have been trying to run off there late. And a penalty lays at the, or penalty flag, I should say, lays at the 4-yard line. And it's encroachment called on the Terrors. So 4 penalties in the game, 3 now on Appleton West. And that one defensive encroachment, and the ball will be moved forward 5 yards. As we see number 10, Tanner Morotek, run on the field, and he will now be split out wide to the right. And some confusion there in the backfield. The ball finally lurched forward, a gain of about 1 yard on the carry, and ball carried there by Bryson Roulette. So Roulette, his first carry today, and it's a gain of 1. And now a 3rd and a long 3 coming up for the Ships as we play under 1 minute left here in quarter number 1. And ball again is on the ground, and the Terrors believe they have it, and they do. It is back-to-back turnovers for the Ships, and the Terrors come up with the fumble and are now set up one more time deep in Ships territory. It'll again be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. So 2 possessions now in a row. The Terrors on a change of possession. First an interception, now a fumble, and they are again set up on the 5-yard line. Last time that this happened was just a couple minutes ago, and again it was a possession of 2 minutes and 14 seconds and a gain of 1 yard for the Terrors. See if they can do better this time. 33 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. And the handoff goes to Volavsky. Volavsky picks his way through, and he's in for the touchdown. The Terrors are on the board. So a very neat and tidy 4-second drive that goes for 5 yards on 1 carry, and the touchdown punched in by Ben Valafsky. Now whistles before the attempt, and it's going to be a false start on Appleton West. Or at least that's what it looked like. Yep, false start will be the call. So the extra point will happen 5 yards back. And Coach Mitch Johnson likely not very happy with all the pre-snap penalties. They've been plentiful in the first quarter. That is the 4th pre-snap penalty on Appleton West. So the extra point now will happen from 25 yards out. It is still Marvin on for the try. Marvin is up, and it is pure. And it is a 7-0 lead here for Appleton West with 29 seconds left to play here in the first. Again, Jason Zaleski here. Cale Jacoby producing today's broadcast, and Matt Dickinson on our broadcast camera. Haven't looked at Spash Bayport in a while for you, so we'll do that. Again, all these games are live at ZaleskiSports.com. And the Spash Panthers with a big lead over Bayport. The Panthers lead the Pirates 14-0 as they still play in the first quarter. Surprising, maybe? I don't know. I'll leave it as a question mark, and you folks watching online can answer. But Spash, with the big win over Neenah last week, they're 1-0, and now they lead Bayport 14-0 here at Gerke Field in Stevens Point. I'm a little surprised, but you can tell me if you are. Neenah Fond du Lac with 50 seconds left in the first. They are tied at 7. And again, our score here, 7-0 West on the 5-yard touchdown plunge by Ben Valafsky just a moment ago. Yeah, those of you watching on a mobile device, feel free to comment below on anything I'm doing wrong. Or you can even tell me, hey, Jason, you're doing a nice job. It's maybe a little less likely, but we'll take any compliment we can. This one is taken at the 22-yard line, brought up by Egbert, and Egbert across the 30. And the ball is going to be marked down at the 33. It's an 11-yard return on the kickoff by Dodge Egbert. And the Ships will start their third offensive possession, this one in a little bit more favorable position than the last two. So the 32 is the official starting point of this drive with 21 seconds left in the quarter. The Ships have started at the 20 and the 4, both of those drives ending with a turnover. It was an interception on the first drive, a fumble just moments ago on the second drive. So the Ships now will give it the old college try the third time, and the handoff up the middle given by Peterson up to Prangy. And it'll be a gain of none for Prangy. So 3 carries, 3 yards now for Brett Prangy as the Ships continue to look to get their running game on track. And we will need to find out in the second quarter if they can, because the first quarter has come to an end. And it is Appleton West 7 and Manitowoc 0. We'll take a quick commercial break. Be back to Manitowoc right after this.
You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life. Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another
Wondering
day?
what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Wondering what to feed your team after? Again, welcome back to Manitowoc. As we get a run on second down, it's a gain of about 2 on second down. It'll bring up a 3rd and long here coming up for the Chips. And some confusion as we get one run off. That's Brock Peterson coming off. So 3rd and long now for the Chips. West looking to get their offense back on the field here to begin things in the second quarter. Dropping back to pass, looking to his right. Ball is up in the air and nearly intercepted again as that pass thrown by Bryson Roulette. And the intended receiver there as he takes his hand down from his chest. It looks like 92. Again, I could be wrong here, folks. I'm seeing both these teams for the first time today, but Spencer Wigand looked like the intended receiver there, and ball fortunate for the Chips not to be intercepted as it hung up in the air there for just a bit. But it is 4th down, and the punt team will come on the field for Manny, and West will head back to field the punt. Thanks, Kyle, for watching, and thanks for the compliment. We appreciate you watching. And make sure you tell everybody else you know that live free high school sports are on right now, and the punt, it looked like maybe a fake was underway, but instead a rollout. And that ball is going to roll and continue to roll, and it'll be a very nice effort as that ball settles in right at the 15-yard line. And that'll be the beginning of the 4th offensive drive for Appleton West today. But obviously when you have 2 turnovers in your first 2 possessions, the time on the clock is not going to be long, and a 3 and out there for the Chips. And again, the drive goes 1:21 and goes 2 yards. So Manitowoc still with work to do here in this young alt spring season. But Appleton West, their last possession, 5-yard touchdown run, as the ball was given generously to the Terrors and spotted at the 5. It was 1st and goal. Now ball called for Hamas, and Hamas will hand off up the middle, and his man is breaking through. He's to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and he is gone. It is a touchdown for number 25, Ben Volavsky. Yeah, there's a flag back here on the 47-yard line. Matt, if you would, show that flag on the field here. There's a flag on the 47. There's also one laying at the 20. So we've got 2 flags on the field. We'll see what's going to be decided here. But it looks like the Terrors are retreating. It looked like an 85-yard touchdown run for Volavsky. But with the Terrors retreating back down into their own half of the field, this one is coming back. And we'll see what happened. Why there are 2 flags, but we'll get our call here in just a moment. So the call, again, our white hat, Pat Latour, and his staff been doing a great job. Now the Terrors are coming back down, the field. So let's see what we get a call here. So it was a sideline warning was one of the fouls, and that was on Manitowoc. And then there was a block in the back on Appleton West, and that'll move the ball to the 30-yard line. So we'll see if we can figure all this out here. I will in just a second, I promise. But we do know it's 1st and 10 from the 30. We'll add up Volavsky's yards. Got to do a lot of math. I forgot to bring my abacus today, so we'll do some math later and tell you what Volavsky's carry was there. I think I already know it, though. And flags fly. It'll be another procedure penalty on the Terrors. So it'll be a 55-yard run for Volavsky. Give him 8 carries, 85 yards on the day, and a touchdown to his effort. But another procedure penalty on the Terrors. That's the 5th one now today. As my German grandmother once told me, das ist nicht gut. You guys know German? No? Okay. Well, that's the only thing I know about German is that phrase, right? Well, I know a couple other things, I guess. But, yeah, das ist nicht gut. It's not good. That's not good. Yep. English translation. That is not good. First and 15. And ball's on the ground, and the Ships have recovered a fumble. So the ball goes back to Manitowoc as the snap not able to be handled by Hamas, and Manitowoc will take over. So a one-play drive for the Terror, or a two-play drive. My apologies, but it ends with a fumble. And they play one of my favorite songs of all time, "Bad to the Bone" by George Thorogood. The day I was born, all the nurses gathered round. They gazed in wide wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse spoke up, said, "Leave this one alone." All right, it's my spoken version of "Bad to the Bone." 3-yard run there before we divert way too far off course here. So 3-yard run there looked by Matt Mazer. And it'll be a quarterback keep, and pushing ahead, it'll be about a 2-yard gain there. As they unpile, that ball carried by Roulette. So the Ships marching carefully forward, and it brings up a 3rd and about 6, call it a long 5, as we see Jen check in. And I think Jen is speaking German to me. I like that. And Jen cheering for number 40, Eli Much. All right, Jen, thanks for tuning in. That's why you watch. You can see Eli play and the rest of the Terrors. So 3rd and a long 5 here for the Ships, and we get whistles on the Manitowoc side. It'll be a Ships timeout. We'll take a 30-second break, be back to Manitowoc right after this.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today. Witness the difference.
Microphone on, that might help a little bit. 9:17 left to play here in the first half, as it has been a turnover-filled game here. That was as Matt reminded me, and thankfully he did. Their 3rd turnover of the game combined. 2 turnovers by Manitowoc, 1 by Appleton West. And on 3rd and 5, a pass is going to be launched deep and incomplete. Intended receiver there was Tyler Morotek, as Bryson Roulette was hit as he threw the ball. He is up and kind of working on that left ankle a little bit, or at least his left lower extremities there. But the pass launched just a little bit too far for Morotek, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Ships, and the punt team is back on the field. So possession of about 90 seconds there for the Ships. And rolling out, it's going to be kept, and the ball is on the ground. Yeah, that was a fumble as Matt Mazer put the ball out. He was going to kick it right there at the very end, and as he put the ball out to his toe, the ball landed on the ground, and it'll be Appleton West ball right there. So that'll go down as a fumble, and will now be the 3rd turnover by the Ships here today. That will The drive will officially end as a fumble, as the punt never got off the punter's foot, in this case Matt Mazer, and landed on the ground instead. And now the Terrors will take over from inside Ships territory, ball marked at the 33-yard line. And this drive starts at 9:03 left to play before half. Terrors claim a 7-0 lead. Now Hamas, and the pitch out to Volavsky. Volavsky cuts back inside and runs into a man at the 30-yard line. There'll be a gain of 3 on the play on the 9th carry of the game for number 25, Ben Volavsky. 3 carries, 88 yards, and 1 touchdown for number 25 in white. So Hamas now in the shotgun, 3rd and 7 now upcoming. 2nd and 7. And rolls out to his left. Ball is slung into coverage and incomplete. The ball was juggled as it was intended for number 81, Caden Bell. Looked like Bell may have had a shot to come down with it, but as he was going to the ground, defended nicely there by the Ships, and the ball lands on the turf. It brings up 3rd down for Appleton West. So 3rd and 7, Hamas one more time. Now rolls to his left. He had an option there, didn't take it, runs ahead, and he's hit there right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down. So 4th down upcoming. The Terrors will likely keep their offense on the field as we wind under 8 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Less than 8 minutes and counting until halftime. The ball spotted on the 26-yard line, where it brings up a 4th and about 3. They call it 2 on the scoreboard. I call it 3 here. Either way, 4th down, and the Ships looking to put their offense back on the field and survive another turnover. Now Hamas gives to Volavsky. Volavsky's got room to the right and will get the first down by about 2 yards. Looked like it was more of a sure thing there. Quick close on the corner by the Ships defense. But the first down, and the drive will continue for the Terrors. The ball is going to be spotted on the 21. It was a gain of 4 on what I called a 4th and 3. So just over 7 minutes left to play here in the half. And a new set of downs for the Terrors. 1st and 10 now at the 21-yard line. So Hamas takes, and the give comes up the middle, and spun down after a gain of about 2 is Ira Johnson. Tackled there by, I believe the PA announcer told me Tanner Morotek. With 2nd and 8 upcoming. They play my favorite Hawaiian song here. This is Styles, right? One of the One Direction boys. All right. These guys are too cool for One Direction. But run comes to the outside, turning the corner, headed for the pylon, and going to be dragged out of bounds at around the 2-yard line. A nice carry there on what resembled a jet sweep, and the ball carried that time by number 11, Mason Rake. And Rake brings the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line. So to bring up 1st and goal, it'll be the 3rd time that the Terrors are goal to go here in this game. They've converted one of those 2 into points. That's the touchdown you see on the board. That was a 5-yard touchdown run with 4 seconds left in the first by Volavsky. Now 1st and goal from the 5, 6:04 left to play before half. Hamas going to hand it off inside to Volavsky, and he will edge ahead about 2 yards. We'll give him 2 yards on the carry. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. Brought down by Matt Mazer. So 2nd and goal, ball is marked on the 3-yard line. And Volavsky lines up to Hamas's left. Hamas again in the shotgun / pistol. And the give is to Volavsky. Volavsky around the right side, looking for the end line, and he will not get there. Stood up at the 1-yard line, another 2-yard run for Volavsky, and that'll bring up a 3rd and goal now from the 1-yard line for the Terrors. Look for a moment that Volavsky may be able to power his way into the end zone, but nice job there on the tackle for the Ships. So 3rd and goal now from the 1-yard line. Hamas in the pistol, Volavsky behind him. Hamas has an H-back to his left. And it'll be Volavsky powering ahead and through. It is a touchdown, Appleton West. So 2nd touchdown of the day for number 25, Ben Volavsky. This one from 1 yard out. And with 4:42 left to play before half, it is 13-0 Appleton West. And the extra point is no good, and the score will stay at 13-0. Drive of just under 5 minutes there for the Terrors. They took over after the fumble on their own 33-yard line, so the 33-yard drive, again, takes about 4.5 minutes. We'll call it 4 minutes, 20 seconds, and ends with a 1-yard touchdown plunge by Ben Volavsky, his 2nd touchdown of the night. So that'll give us a little bit of time here to take a snoop around. Again, you can too at ZaleskiSports.com. And if you do, you will see that Fond du Lac leads Neenah 14-7 with 4:11 to go before halftime. And then over in Stevens Point, Smash Panthers at last check were leading Bayport, and they still are 14-7. It was 14-0 just a moment ago. Now 14-7 is the score as Smash leads Bayport in Stevens Point. Again, all games found live at ZaleskiSports.com. All games found live and free at ZaleskiSports.com. So watch all three. That's the mission tonight, folks. We got them all up there for you. There's no reason not to. So kickoff upcoming here for West, and the ball is going to be sent down to about the 14-yard line and picked up there across the 30 and just past the 35, near the 40. Nice return there by Ian Gill. If I had that right. Nope, I don't think I did. 25, my apologies. Jackson Schmitz with a nice return and has his Ships set up at around the 37-yard line is where they're going to call it. But again, the Ships have struggled offensively. 3 turnovers in the first half for Manitowoc tonight. They start now on their own 37-yard line. 4:34 left to play before halftime. And that is going to go nowhere as the West defense is turned up right now. Carry there by Prengy, and Prengy is sent backwards. He's going to lose 2 on the effort. And just to give you a little bit about the West defense, at least how they performed here tonight, Prengy 5 carries, 3 yards. So 2nd and long now as we are under 4 minutes left here in quarter number 2. Ball coming outside here. Prengy off right tackle. Makes one man miss up ahead over the 40 and will be pulled down at around the 45-yard line. A nice run there by Prengy, a run in the positive direction. It'll be a gain of about 6 on the play. So 3rd and 4, a long 4 coming up for the Ships. So 3rd and 4, one man in motion, and the pitch will come to the motion man. That's Egbert, and Egbert will be run out of bounds as he was forced out of bounds by number 10, Matt Vanderputten. And a gain of about 1 for Egbert. So 4th and long, and the punt team back out for Manitowoc. Appleton West will get one more shot at it here. 3:11 left as Egbert was pushed out of bounds on that carry. So the clock stops with 3:11, so Appleton West get one more crack at it here in the half, already leading 13-0. And again, 13-0 largely off the legs of Ben Volavsky. And again, the running punt, and that one was blocked. As Mazer looked for room to punt it, and it gets blocked at the 40-yard line, and it'll be downed. It'll be Appleton West ball inside Ships territory, and they will take over from the Manitowoc 47-yard line. And in football, like any other sport with a timed situation, you usually get a halftime. You make some adjustments. I wonder if Greg Enns goes away from the roaming punt. And, of course, Coach Enns would rather not punt at all. He'd rather his team move the ball effectively down the field. But you wonder if we'll see that type of punt situation deployed in the second half. It has not worked in the first half. As Hamas back to pass, looks to his left, launches there. He's got Poe open, and nice job defensively by the Ships. Poe was open and closing fast, and as soon as he turns, I'll tell you. I think I know who it is. But, yeah, it was Dodge Egbert on the coverage. Egbert closed on what was an open Terry Poe when Jack Hamas threw the pass, but a nice job defensively. Dan, thanks for watching, Dan. I'm supposed to be on vacation. I guess one could say that watching football on April 1st is a bit of a vacation anyway. Better than down at the factory counting air filters. I don't know. I think I'm doing all right. Leisurely. I'm on a leisurely pace here, Dan, as the Ships defense activates and brings down Hamas in the backfield. And the sack there, Miguel Reyes Quintana. Nice job by the 6'2", 220-pound senior out of Manitowoc. Dan, you should have came with us down to Manny. They tell us we have lots of fun out here. Me and Kale, Matt, maybe we'll stay the night and get in some trouble down here in Manitowoc tonight. We hear, though, you can make a murderer in Manitowoc. We won't get into that, though. All right, 3rd and long. And Hamas drops back to pass. He had one man crossing in front of him, avoids one sack, rolls out, and the pass will be incomplete. And again, intended for his big number 81, Caden Bell. And a little bit of action after the play, and a flag comes out. And Coach Enns is not going to be happy with the call here in just a moment. Happy Easter, by the way, out there to everybody. Tomorrow being Good Friday. Happy Easter, everybody. And there we go. It's a personal foul on the Ships. He may have called 2 personal fouls there. I believe he did. So a double personal foul, 1 the infraction on the field, and 1 another one on the bench. It's a 30-yard penalty and a first down for Appleton West. Yikes. Yeah, you had him stop. Coach Enns wants an explanation here. And Pat Latour will tell him exactly what happened. And Coach Enns will say, thank you for letting me know. I will go back to my sideline now. It's my interpretation of what I see them talking about right now. I could be totally wrong. But that's what I see. Coach Enns has thanked Mr. Latour for being the white hat today. As a drag race begins behind us. I don't know what that noise was. One man in motion for Hamas, the give to Volavsky. Volavsky will point forward and gain about 2, and a flag comes in at the end. That flag came in from the umpire. And we'll see what this business is about. It's been a flag-heavy first half. Been a turnover-heavy first half. Personal foul, Manitowoc. So the beat continues for the Ships as they continue to shoot themselves in the ship. And it looks like a timeout's going to be called. Manitowoc's going to take the timeout. Kale, let's take a 30-second break. I need a breather here to figure out what's going on. We do know when we come back, 1:57 to play before half. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of... All right, one more time back here to Manitowoc. And, we just did a little math here in the press box. In the last, about 25 seconds of gameplay, there have been 3 penalties on the Ships, totaling 45 yards. And with that, the ball now sits at the 14-yard line. That can't be. Sits at about the 12-yard line. They've got that little mistaken on the scoreboard. Anyway, ball's on the 12, 1st and 10. And the handoff will go off left tackle. And Volavsky, a flag flies again. And we'll see if the Ships have accumulated another penalty or if this one is going to be a hold on West. Because if I'm Coach Enns and I've just collected my 4th 15-yard penalty in the last 30 seconds, I'm going to go bananas. But it's a hold. Thankfully for the sanity of Coach Greg Enns. And perhaps a little bit less of a lecture in the locker room in the Ships side of things anyway. So 1st and 10 now from the 22. First and 20. There they go. They changed now. 1st and 20 from the 22. I'm a little Ron Burgundy, as I read whatever they put out there for me. But Hamas again in the pistol. Volavsky to his right. One man in motion. Motion man is his favorite target. Number 81, Caden Bell, and the pass goes to the right. And is that caught? It's caught for a touchdown. What a grab in the end zone. Touchdown Terrors. Pass completed there to Spencer Steffen as he outdueled the defensive back in the corner, leapt over him. They used to say something like he mossed him there. But that was quite a catch by the senior, Spencer Steffen. Okay, the extra point is no good. So our score is 19-0. Well, that was a 22-yard touchdown strike from Hamas to Steffen. It was really a thing of beauty, as it looked like the defensive back had good position there. And the work all done, again, by the senior, number 18, Spencer Steffen, as he leapt over the defender and snagged the Hamas catch for the 3rd Appleton West touchdown of the day. And 2 missed extra points along the way. Our score is Appleton West 19 and Manitowoc nothing. And let's see, Eric joining now. Has Ben V scored? Well, Eric, he has, and he has scored twice. It was a 2-yard touchdown plunge with 4 seconds left in the first quarter. I'm sorry, a 5-yard. Nope, 2 yards. I had it right the first time. I had to quit second-guessing myself. Volavsky with a 2-yard touchdown plunge with 4 seconds left in the first quarter, and then a 1-yard touchdown plunge with 4:42 left in the second quarter. So, yes, your Ben has scored twice. And we just saw Stefan score. By the way, Eric Sherman, great interpretation. Thank you, Sherm. I'm fairly good at it. But by the way, everybody, highlights will be made of a lot later tonight, as this one is knocked loose and whistles come in. I think the Ships will have the ball here, but as it bounced off of the up man, off his shoulder pad, off his left shoulder, but I think the Ships have for them anyway, thankfully fallen on the ball, and they have. Highlights will be available a little bit later on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. Kale will get home about midnight tonight and probably have them whipped up around 2 in the morning or so. So maybe some good advice. Go to bed, wake up tomorrow on Good Friday, and you can watch the highlights and watch Ben Volavsky's 2 touchdowns in the first half. That's how that'll work. But thanks, Eric, for watching. We appreciate you tuning in. But again, Volavsky with a touchdown with 4 seconds left in the first. And then another one with about 4:40 or so left in the second. And I won't blame you at halftime. You can actually rewind the game, Eric, and you can check them out right away. As a run comes from the quarterback spot, a run there by Roulette. And Roulette will pick up about 4, so we're going to give him anyway. And whistles come. It'll be a timeout, Appleton West. It's their first timeout of the half. And they may be thinking anyway, head coach Mitch Johnson may be thinking, let's see if we can maybe get that ball back one more time. Still 1:28 left before half, already up 19-0. And you've got the timeouts. You can't take them with you, so you might as well use them and see what happens. As we look here, Fond du Lac, again, it was a Neenah 7-0 start to the game. And Fondy has scored 28 straight. They now lead Neenah 28-7, 20 seconds left in the half down there. Mike Wendlandt and Trevor Zaleski working the game down in Kiel. And we'll take a check. Bayport and Spash from Stevens Point. And Bayport has taken the lead. They have scored 15 unanswered. 15-14 now. Bayport over Spash as they near the halftime break in Stevens Point. So coming out of the West timeout, it'll be Ships with the ball. Back to pass is Roulette. Roulette deep over the middle and had a man open there. Did he make the catch? And the answer is no. That pass is incomplete as Cameron Bent went to his knees to try to haul that one in and not able to make the completion. A nice pass, though, from Roulette. Bant tried to make a little bit of a diving / sliding / falling catch, but not able to haul it in. So third down now. West gets to save the timeout as the clock stops on the incomplete pass. 1:22 left to play before half. Blitz coming from West, and another pass thrown incomplete. As this one is intended for Mrotec. And fourth down upcoming, a 3-and-out for the Ships, and it looks like West will get the ball back here yet again in the second half. 1:19 left on the second quarter clock. Go back to Eric here watching online, late to the game. Maybe we all chip in and raise a little bit of money for Eric, get him a watch. Game starts at 7. Messing with you, Eric. We're glad you're watching now. And again, highlights coming tonight. And probably technically Tuesday or Friday morning, as Kale is going to put them together. He's sitting here to my right, producing today's broadcast and nodding in the affirmative that he'll work on them when we get back to Central Wisconsin around midnight tonight, thereabouts. And okay, so the punt is launched and will land at the 47-yard line, and then fielded there. It didn't have to be, but fielded by Peyton Stadler. And no doubt head coach Mitch Johnson will, as Peyton comes to the sideline, coach will tell him, don't go anywhere near that ball ever again like that. That ball could back hop. You can get better position out of it. Ball could die there, and you just get it there, or you could touch it. The other team, in this case Manitowoc, falls on it, and then you don't get to have the ball. So that's all going to be explained over there on the sideline. to the young man, the junior, Peyton Stadler. We all learn. I did. Can't tell you how many times a football coach yelled at me. All right, so Tara's back with the ball. 1:16 left to play here before the half. And Hamas is chased down, and he is sacked, taken down in the backfield. Nice job there. And that was number 52, Javon Carlson. So Carlson with the sack. And whistles blow. And, again, West, they're going to take the timeout. Again, can't take the timeouts with you, so you might as well take them and see if you can figure something out here for a second and forever with 1:02 left before halftime. And what Coach Johnson's going to tell his guys here is, listen, we're going to run the ball. We're going to run this clock out and get out of here. Manitowoc has no timeouts left. So ball security. Let's don't do anything silly here. We're going to hand it off. We're going to hang on to the ball. We're going to run 2 plays. We're going to go to halftime. That is Coach Johnson via Jason Zaleski. My telepathic reading of Coach Johnson out there. And Kubash coming in. Now, Eric of a different variety, you're coming in late too. What is with you, Erics? Showing up late everywhere. It's the 4th drive in the quarter for the Terrors. Just a little math there of my own. 7th offensive possession of the half. That's a lot, folks. Certainly going against the plans of Coach Greg Enns and the Ships. As Hamas rolls out to his right, pass to the sideline. Safe pass thrown there, and the pass is completed. And that'll make the 3rd down a little more manageable. Still not great, but a little more manageable as the pass connected there again to Mason Rake. Bring up a 3rd, and what do we have, Cale, here? About 13, would you say? Yep. So 3rd down, and the clock stopped as Rake was went out of bounds after he caught it. So 1:04 left here before half. Hamas on the play action. Now he's going to fling it over the middle and over the hands of his intended target, again, Caden Bell, and that'll bring up 4th down for West. And Bell took a shot to the midsection, and he is slow to get up. Now does get up to his feet. And looks like Bell will walk to the sideline. So our friend and yours, Eric Kubash, learning how to operate a clock today. That's good. He's got life skills. You check them off one at a time. Today, when I was 21 years old, I learned how to work a clock. Timeout now, West. So they will take their final timeout of the half, 19-0, and that'll give me one more opportunity to take a spin around here, tell you about the other scores from around the area. It is halftime in Kiel. Fond du Lac leads Neenah 28-7. Again, that game is at halftime now with a whole pile of people watching over there. That's a long, even for Fondy, right? You could drive up to Kiel. That's, 45 minutes. A little bit chilly outside. I think I was, our game time temperature, I just looked that up just a few minutes ago, but we are, I believe, now under 30 degrees, so I wouldn't blame you if staying at home maybe was the best option, even if you could get a ticket. Our understanding is aren't many tickets going around, though. And halftime in Stevens Point, 15-14, Bayport with the lead. Also being told Kimberly is leading 21-0, and I don't have at my hands who they're playing. But Kimberly with a 20-0 lead over somebody. So punt team on for the Terrors, and the Terrors go with a more traditional straightforward punt. And that punt is brought down at the 27-yard line. And when it was hauled in by Jackson Schmitz, his knee was on the ground, and that is where the Ships will start with 51 seconds to play here in the half. Pulaski, all right, Kimberly 20, Pulaski nothing. And that game is not on the Zaleski Sports Network, but we find a score. We're not gonna hoard it. We'll tell it to you. How about this? Brewers with a walk-off win to start the 2021 season. They walk it off in the bottom of the 10th inning. Lorenzo Cain tags from third and scores. And my Milwaukee Brewers are 1-0. Which is good because the season, it's so fast, right? No, it's not at all. 1-0 can go to 1-20 real fast, though. But it's good to start out with a win. The Brewers start out with a win. And did I miss a penalty out here? Looks like I must have. As the Ships are being backed up inside the 15-yard line. So no timeouts for either team. 51 seconds remain here in the half. And we'll see what the Ships choose to do here as Bryson Roulette will take the snap in the pistol. He makes some communication to his receivers out to the right. Roulette keeps. Roulette around the corner, and he will run out of bounds. It'll be a nice gain there, and a flag comes in at the end. We've had our share of flags today. It was a nice 11-yard run by Roulette. We'll see if it'll be allowed to stand. And it will, as the flag was inadvertent. So an 11-yard run for Roulette. And a first down, one of just a couple. I believe that was the second first down for the Ships in the first half. Eric says, better late than never. Indeed, Eric, indeed. So Roulette drops back to pass, looks to his left, motions the receiver, and then throws wide into the Terrors bench. So that'll bring up second down, 37 ticks before halftime. As we see Manitowoc players begin to put the big warm, furry trench coats on the sidelines. How you guys doing? Staying a little bit warm? Little? Yeah, it's not bad. I'll tell you, it was way colder last week. I was over at St. Mary's Catholic in Neenah. I don't know why. I was underdressed for one, but it was cold. Run here by Prengy to the outside. He's across the 30, near the 35-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 9. They're looking at it. And, yep, a gain of 9 by Prengy. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Ships. 7 carries, 18 yards now for Brett Prengy. So 3rd and 1 as the clock stopped as Prengy ran out of bounds. It'll restart again 30 seconds as Roulette calls for it. Now takes the snap, hand off to Prengy. Prengy off right tackle, and he's spun around, down, and forward. It'll be enough for a first down, a gain of 5 on the play for Prengy. So the Ships get the first down. Where is AW number 7? Jackson Fleming. A Wolverine fan? I don't know. Back to pass, Roulette. Roulette got a man open at the 50, and the pass is complete there across the 50, down to the 45. Nice pass there by Roulette. Roulette has thrown some nice passes here today and has just missed a couple times. It looks like number 13, you folks can tell me if I'm wrong, but Tyler Mrotek looks like the receiver there as we get Tanner Mrotek running, well, limping. Looked like he was trying to run off the field, but yes, it was indeed Tyler on the reception. And now 1st and 10, flag flies. I don't think one of the Mroteks was lined up properly. It was the one that was trying to get off the field, and I think as a result, the Ships did not have enough on the line of scrimmage as number 10, Tanner Mrotek, couldn't get himself up to the line of scrimmage to put the needed 7 men on the line of scrimmage. And that's what it was, illegal formation. And as the illegal formation is called, the halftime buzzer sounds, and we are at halftime here in Manitowoc. Our score is Appleton West 19, Manitowoc nothing. halftime now. Matt will show you the scoreboard here as we will take a halftime break in the press box, and you can keep an eye there on the time left until the start of the second half, and we will show you second half football from Manitowoc coming up in just over 15 minutes. All right, everybody, welcome back to Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and it is the Manitowoc Ships hosting the Appleton West Terrors, and halftime just about done here, excuse me, in Manitowoc, 19-0 Appleton West halftime lead, and they definitely controlled that first half. Again, it was turnovers, and turnovers too many for the Ships in half number one, and that'll be the first thing we'll take a look at here for the Ships as they come out and start action here in the second half is going to be ball security. Ships are able to secure the ball and maybe sustain some drives, get themselves back in it. 19-0 is not the end of the world, but 19-0 would be the end of the world if you cannot stop giving the ball back to the Terrors. And that'll be job number one for the Ships here in half number two is ball security. Job number one for Appleton West is, well, one, limiting the penalties. Way too many procedural penalties, 5-6 of those during that first half. But then job number two is going to be continue to give the ball to Ben Volavsky. Volavsky nearly 100 yards rushing here today. Actually has 13 carries for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns on the evening for Ben Volavsky. Again, number 25, a sophomore for Appleton West. But getting the job done today is the sophomore for the Terrors. Again, 97 yards on 13 carries and 2 touchdowns. The other touchdown in the game was a very nice 22-yard touchdown pass from Jack Hamas. And looking through my numbers here to Spencer Steffen, as Steffen hauled in the 22-yard touchdown with 1:46 left before halftime and made our score 19-0. It was a extra point conversion on the first Volavsky touchdown, and then extra points failed on the final 2 for the Terrors. But second half is here. So now is the time to tell all your friends, neighbors, and strangers. Live sports are on Zaleski Sports right now as the second half is about to begin here in Manitowoc. Salt Lake, Michigan, a little bit earlier today. From a distance, we didn't get that close. It looked like the ice was missing, though. Maybe the ice has melted off. Locals watching, you can let me know. But I know one time I was here, and I guess it wasn't April. It is technically April 1st, but it was here and there was ice. No ice today. As the kickoff taken at the 24-yard line, and then down there as Prengy picked up the ball, and with knee on ground, and it'll be Manitowoc Manitowoc football. I'll tell you guys, I just got done, I don't know how many basketball games I called, more than 100. Surprised I only said it just that first time right now. But and I've watched a lot of basketball, NCAA basketball, etc. But it's football today and football now in the second half, and it is Manitowoc with the ball from their own 24-yard line as Roulette puts one in motion. And the motion man comes out here to the near side. That's Tyler Morotek, number 13. And now Roulette will keep himself. He'll follow one blocker ahead, bounce off a Terror, and lunge ahead. It'll be a gain of 8 on the carry for Roulette, and he may have hit the ground hard coming down. So we hope that young man's able to get up and get off the field. But as he was tackled, he landed flat on the playing surface. And we are going to take a break here. So Kale will line up a commercial. We'll be a commercial break and be back for more football here in Manitowoc in just a moment.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us number one.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
At V&H Automotive.
Incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1, 2, 3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1, 2, 3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu. Need incentive to get started at
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. At Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
When you get moving.
Back here in Manitowoc, and as we were at commercial, thankfully, and to a round of applause, number 12, Bryson Roulette, able to walk off under his own power. And I would say not likely to return, but was able to walk off under his own power and would be checked out further on the sideline. So 2nd and 3 coming up now for the Ships. And ball kept by new quarterback now, Brock Peterson. Peterson across the 50, across the 45, down to the 43-yard line goes Peterson. 25-yard run for Peterson on the carry. And that is enough for a Ships first down. First carry on my score sheet for Brock Peterson. But again, he takes it for a 25-yard gain. I may have said 15. A 25-yard gain for Peterson. And the Ships are in Terror's territory as the ball is spotted at the 43-yard line. And again, we were on the lookout earlier, those chatting online, for Jackson Fleming, number 7. So if you see him, let us know. As Pringle sheds a tackle, bounces off another, and a nice 8-yard run on first down for number 24, Brett Prangy. Sorry, I said the wrong name, Prangy. A gain of 9 carries now, and 31 yards for Prangy as the Ships are on the move here in half number 2. Now this is Matt Mazer lined up at the, looked like he may have been at the quarterback spot. Now it's Peterson. Some confusion there between those two, and we are going to have a timeout on the field, timeout Manitowoc. We'll keep it here, and we'll update you on scores across the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network, and we will start as we have all night long. Our first update will come from Kiel, and that's where Fond du Lac is taking on Neenah. And it was a 7-0 start for Neenah in the first quarter. They now play with 5:40 left to play in the third. Fond du Lac 42, Neenah 14. And I'm being told a Wisconsin Badger recruit, Mr. Allen, has 4 touchdowns, or had 4 touchdowns, may have more now, had 4 in the first half, as Fond du Lac now has gone ahead. And it looks like may have already put themselves in enough distance in front of Neenah to claim the win, although still playing in the third quarter. And a very tight one in Stevens Point. It's Bayport 22, Spash 20, as they play at Gerke Field in Stevens Point. We are out of the Manitowoc timeout now, and the Ships with a 2nd and 3 upcoming. And the handoff and going nowhere as the Terror defense all over the ball carrier met him at that mesh point when Peterson was putting the ball in Mazer's midsection. The Terror defense was there and close to just taking the handoff themselves. So 3rd and 5 now, a loss of 3 for Mazer. And Roulette back on the field. That is a little surprising to me. Roulette will throw it deep and through the hands of his intended target, Tyler Morotek. So Roulette obviously passed all the tests on the sideline, and back out there just a couple plays later. The incomplete pass does bring up 4th down, 4th and 5 now, which is, I believe, what we have. Cale, does that sound right? 4th and 5, thank you. Looks like 5 from here. But opening drive of the half for the Ships. Started back at their own 24, now 4th down, 4th and 5 from the Terror's 37-yard line. It'll be Roulette back to pass. He's got an open man out here on the near side, and pass complete to Tanner Morotek, and that'll be enough for a Ships first down. Nice pitch and catch there from Roulette back in the game after taking what looked like a pretty hard crash down to the turf a few minutes ago, but has obviously passed all the tests on the sideline and passed the test there as he climbs his ships out of the 4th down hole, and a fresh set of downs now from the Appleton West 29-yard line. And again, Roulette back to pass, looks to his left, crossing route there, and the ball tipped through the hands of the defender on the play. That was Terry Poe. As Poe got his hand on the ball, able to tip that one, and out of bounds it goes. Got to bring up a 2nd and 10. As again, Roulette in the pistol. He's got 2 behind him. And Roulette now will pitch to Prangy. Prangy had to dance in the backfield just a bit and to be everything he can do to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now lunges forward. What a run there. Nice job. Good effort for number 24, Brett Prangy. He was stopped maybe for a loss of 1. He'll turn it into a gain of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Ships. But nice job there by Prangy. First able to avoid a would-be tackler in the backfield and then able to drive his legs. Again, young kids out there, your football coaches tell you to keep your legs moving, and that's why Prangy kept them moving and moved them 3 yards and a pile down the field. Now Roulette back to pass. Roulette looking to his left. He's got a man open there. Pass is complete and brought down. Be a gain of about 3 on the pitch and catch. And that'll be the 2nd catch of the day for Spencer Wigand. Well, they'll actually give him about 4, maybe 3.5, 4 yards. It'll be a 4th and 3 upcoming for the Ships. The second 4th down here on the drive. This, the opening drive for Manitowoc here in the second half. Opening drive for either team here in the second half. So we'll see what Roulette and the Ships have here on this 4th down. Again, they converted their last one just 3 plays ago. Now Roulette back to pass, straight drop back, throws over the middle, and behind the receiver. The intended receiver there was Tyler Morotek. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Ships on what looked to be a promising drive. Again, that drive started back on the 24-yard line, and it goes about 4 minutes, but it does end on a turnover on downs. It'll be Appleton West ball as they will take over on their own 23-yard line midway here through the third quarter. Seven first-half drives for the Terrors, 3 scores. It's a pretty good ratio right there. They can do that again in the second half. They will win going away. But the Ships show life here on the opening drive of the second half. Now Hamas going to sprint out to his left and pitch it back to Volavsky, and Volavsky will round the corner off tackle all the way out to the left near the Terror sideline and will pick up a gain of about 3 on the first down carry. Actually, there might have been Johnson out there. Either way, it's a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7 now for West. It's Hamas. And Hamas will keep and push forward, and he'll gain a couple on the effort. And that was Johnson on the first down carry. He now has 4 carries for 11 yards. And Hamas there with the 3 yards. He now has 3 carries for 11 yards. And have not seen Volavsky, who scored 2 touchdowns in the first half. He has not been in on this series to open the second half for the Terrors. Here's Hamas now. Hamas with the give to Johnson. Johnson spins and spilled up ahead. He'll be close to the line to gain, and our officials will come in and take a peek at it. And it looks like a first down is signaled, and it is signaled. So the gain of 4 on 3rd and 4 for Johnson is a first down for West. Johnson remains the running back on the field. He stands behind Hamas. Hamas in the pistol, as he has been for the entire game. Hamas calls for it once, calls for it again, finally gets the snap. The give goes up to Johnson. Johnson up the middle, and will push himself up ahead through about 3 would-be Ships tacklers, and a gain of 4 on first down for Johnson. And a very good one brewing in Stevens Point. Bayport 22 and Stevens Point 20. Told my friend Todd over at V&H Autos of Marshfield this morning, I thought that would be a low-scoring game, that Spash would stick in. And it turns out, for the first time today, I was right. First and last time, probably. Now Hamas back to pass, rolls to his right, and the short man there. Again, it's been his target all game long, and another catch for number 81, Caden Bell. And the catch goes for 12 yards, a first down for Appleton West. Third catch of the day for Bell. Now West at their own 47-yard line, fresh set of downs. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Johnson, the running back. The give goes to Johnson. Johnson straight up the middle, big hole through the middle, and it'll be a gain of 7 for Johnson. So second down upcoming now for Appleton West as they reach into Ships territory for the first time here in the second half. They played a lot on this side of the 50 in the first half. I mean, essentially most of their time of possession, I would say north of 70% of the time of possession, was played on this side of the 50 for the Terrors. And handoff there, go for about 2 yards as, again, Johnson continues to get work here in the second half. Ira Johnson, another carry. He now has 8 carries for 28 yards. And that'll bring up third down now. It'll be third and short coming up for West. 3rd and 2 for the Terrors. 3rd and 2, ball marked squarely on the Ships' 45-yard line. And that'll bring up third down now. So Hamas in the pistol. He calls for it. Hamas will sprint out to his right, take the ball himself, and he will lunge ahead, and again, close to the line to gain. He may be just a foot short here. We'll see where they mark it. We're going to give him 2 yards on the carry. See, though, if it's enough for a first down. I don't think it is. And they do flip the down marker to 4. So 4th and short upcoming now for West, where they will likely go for it. PA announcer encourages all the Ships fans here in attendance to get up and get loud. I see the students down there draped in blankets. They're standing up. Most everybody else is sitting. Pressure being shown by Manny, and now they back off a bit. See if they bring it here on the 4th and short as Hamas looks to the sideline, gets a new play called as the play comes in from the west sideline. Hamas now ready with it, and it's going to be a delay of game, and now perhaps a punt coming for the Terrors. Took a little bit too long there as the Ships showed pressure. That caused Hamas to back out of it. As he did, he looked to the sideline and got a new play, and by the time all that transpired, it's a delay of game, and now it's going to be 4th and 6 upcoming for West. The offense stays on the field for West. They carry a 19-0 lead as we now play deep into the third quarter. 2:45 and counting left to play here in the third. 19-0 lead. And West will go for it here on 4th down. Hamas sprint out to his left, and he hits Bell one more time. Bell rumbling and forward, and a first down for the Terrors. Another catch for Caden Bell. That's 4 on the day, and a big one there as that keeps the drive alive here as West works on the third quarter clock. And now it's 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line, the Manitowoc 37. Two receivers in the formation, one split wide to the top of your screen, one split wide to the bottom. Two running backs now behind Hamas, and Hamas will, on the option, pitch outside and being spun down, a gain of about 3 for Johnson. So Johnson getting all the carries here in half number 2. A gain of 3. Again, it was Volavsky doing all the running. Now we see Volavsky in now for the second play in a row. He joins Johnson as he did on the first down play just a moment ago behind Hamas, and Volavsky with the carry. He'll take it up the middle, and he'll work his way through, and the Ships finally stack him up. A gain of about 4 there for Volavsky. And that puts him over the century mark. We've got him down unofficially 4 carries and 101 yards. He officially, though, does have 2 touchdowns. That we can confirm. Again, this drive started with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. The drive coming up on 7 minutes here as the Terrors slowly matriculate the ball up the field in no hurry to go anywhere, sporting a 19-0 lead. Now the pitch comes out to Volavsky. Volavsky sprints to his right, and he had one blocker. If he could beat one guy, but that one guy was not going to let it happen. That one guy was Jackson Schmitz. And a gain of, we'll call it 2 for Volavsky. And that'll bring up another 4th down, another 4th and 2 for the Terrors, and they will go for it as the ball is spotted inside, just inside the Ships' 30-yard line. So Hamas in the pistol. He's got Johnson up in front of him. He's got Volavsky just to his right, and the give goes to Volavsky. Volavsky makes one miss and punches it ahead. It's a run of 4 and a first down for West. So Ben Volavsky now 16 carries, 107 yards, and a pair of scores. For the sophomore, as the clock is wound, under 30 seconds left to play here in the third. You would think they've got to run one more play here to get to the fourth quarter. Hamas not completely interested in the clock right now. I was certainly aware of it. As Johnson lines up now behind Hamas in the pistol. And they will snap the ball one more time here in the quarter. It'll be Hamas keeping himself, and he's cut down after a gain of about 2. And that should take us to the end of the third quarter. And it does. The clock hits 0 at the end of the third. No score from either team in the third quarter, so our game score remains Appleton West 19, Manitowoc nothing. We'll hear now from Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life. Fleet Farm.
All right, back here to Manitowoc as we are just about ready to start the fourth quarter. As a matter of fact, the scoreboard shows quarter number 4. And we will start the fourth quarter. It'll be Appleton West ball. It'll be 2nd and 8 or thereabouts from just outside the Ships' 20-yard line. Again, this drive started with 8 minutes left in the third quarter, continues now into the fourth. 2nd and 8 upcoming. And we are whistled into play. The clock has started. Ships showing pressure. They come with it. And throwing over the middle and too tall for the tall Caden Bell. The pass is incomplete. And the clock stops, which it has not done much of on this drive. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Again, reminder, it'll be a little bit after midnight, but Kale will get highlights of this game up on Facebook, and you'll find them at Zaleski Sports, so you can relive all the best moments of this game. Plus, if you weren't able to watch the Fondinina or Spash Bayport game, highlights of those will also be available across the Zaleski Sports Facebook network And best recommendation there is to wake up bright and early tomorrow on Good Friday and watch the highlights. As Hamas now throws to the corner, and another leaping, jumping catch, and a flag comes in. We'll see what the flag's all about. They say the pass is completed down to the 1-yard line. And again, it was Spencer Steffen out leaping the defender as he did in the first half for a touchdown. He actually did that with 1:46 left before halftime. Now a flag comes. It looks like the pass is going to be complete, and we'll see who the flag is going to be on here. And again, we will hear from our white hat, Pat Latour, who he and his team of officials, by the way, doing a spectacular job here tonight. But they continue to talk about it, make sure they get it right. It looks like the way things are lined up, this is a flag on Manitowoc is what it looks like. But we'll wait for the final word from flag expert Pat Latour as they continue to hammer out the fine details of the flag. It appears, though, to me, it'll be a 1st and goal upcoming for West. Well, like I said, I've been wrong before. I was right once today, and that's usually my limit. So we'll see what Pat Latour and his team come up with here, as it looks like they are nearing a final decision on the flag. Yep, Pat turns and will turn to us and tell us what it's all about. And I was wrong, as I said. So, all right, hold on now here. So the pass was complete. It's an illegal hit to the head called on the Ships. Well, or they're saying the pass was incomplete. Perhaps that's got to be what it is, where they're spotting the ball. So they're saying the pass was incomplete, and then a personal foul on the Ships. It'll result in a 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line for West. Boy, it looked like Steffen grabbed it, but we're all the way up here, and I'm sure they got it right. As the give and rumbling into the end zone, it is a touchdown for number 24, Ira Johnson, as Johnson strikes from 11 yards out. So 17 seconds into the final frame, the final quarter, and it is an Ira Johnson touchdown capping off the 77-yard drive for the Appleton West Terrors. And the Terrors will go for 2. It'll be Hamas rolling to his right, flicking into the end zone, and too far, and it'll be another missed extra point for the Terrors, but no worry for Appleton West. They now lead 25-0 off of the 11-yard touchdown run from Ira Johnson. So 3 rushing touchdowns, a receiving touchdown, and Appleton West, aside from the procedure penalties in the first half, has played a really solid game here tonight on the road in Manitowoc. And really performed an exhibition there. It was an 8-minute, 17-second drive. Again, capped off with the 11-yard touchdown run, so eating up essentially the majority of the third quarter clock, over half of it, and 17 seconds into the fourth quarter clock. So they take the time off the clock, and they score. And if you're Appleton West, you know you've just put additional doubt into the mind of the Ships. And now the Ships take a peek at the scoreboard. They see themselves down 25-0. And they begin to think, how can we score 25 points here in the next few minutes? And that's kind of the mental game you play here as well. When you put that big number up on the scoreboard, the Ships or whoever it is that's down, they start thinking to themselves, how can we get this all back in one play? And the answer is you can't. And that's a tough hurdle to overcome this late in the game. So West will kick off of the Johnson touchdown. It is a short kick fielded at the 22-yard line. Now brought around the outside, up across the 30 to the 35. Nice return there for Matt Mazer, as Mazer sets his Ships up right at the 35-yard line for their second offensive possession here in the half. Again, it was a turnover on downs on essentially a 4-minute possession to start the second half. It started from the 24. They got inside of Terror territory, and then turnover on down. So we'll see what the Ships are able to do here with their second drive here of the half. It is their 7th drive of the game. Appleton West had 7 offensive series in the first half alone. Now Roulette back to pass, throws into all kinds of people, and the ball was touched by about 3 of them, and then falls incomplete. There's throwing it into traffic, and then there's throwing it into rush hour traffic, and that's what Roulette did there. But again, as I was saying, your Roulette or whoever on the Ship sideline, you start trying to figure out how we got to score 25 and we got to do it in a hurry. And the heave there was maybe some evidence of that kind of thinking, as we got to hurry up and get the ball down the field. Prepare a couple score updates for you as it's 2nd and 10 coming up for the Ships. And ball here. So it looks like after the kickoff, we forgot to take the West ball out of play and put the Ships ball in play. 56-14, Fondy over Neenah, under 5 minutes left in that one. So it looks like Fondy will move to 2-0. The loss for Neenah will drop them to 0-2 on the season. Calling a presidential race here. We're calling it early, but under 5 minutes left, I think it's a pretty easy call to make. As Roulette hands off to Prangy, and Prangy's bottled up. It'll be about a 2-yard gain for Brett Prangy. And we take a look now. It is Bayport starting to pull away just a bit, 29-20 over in Stevens Point, but certainly a close game, and Stevens Point with the ball. So 3rd and long now for the Ships. And Roulette will swing it out to the left. Caught there by Prangy, and Prangy will bounce ahead. It'll be a gain of about 3, maybe 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 4th down. And a decision to be made by Manitowoc head coach Greg Enns. And Enns makes the decision quickly, keeping the offense on the field. You're down 25-0. That is... that's the right call to make. You're near midfield. It'd be different if you were on your 10, but you're on your own 40, and you're 4th and 4. So you go for it here. You got to get a first down because you got to start chipping away. You got to get on the scoreboard, number 1, and you got to get a first down to get to that point. Now the throw out here to the near side, and the pass is incomplete. It'll be another turnover on downs for Manitowoc. Drive of just over 2 minutes. And it'll be West ball from the Manitowoc 41-yard line. So 10:06 left in the game. And as West showed on their first offensive possession of the half, they took 8:17 off the clock, going 77 yards, and look for them to look at the clock here, even a little bit more here now in the 4th quarter, and continue to run that clock down. As Volavsky makes 1 miss, makes 2 miss, still on his feet, and he's bounced backwards, but after a gain of 11 on the play, we do have a Ship defender down, and we'll give you that information here in just a minute. And an 11-yard run there for Volavsky as he continues to rack up yards. But the Ship defender is down. We will take a quick timeout and get you updated on that when we come back.
Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life. Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
The game or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Wondering what to feed your team?
Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today. Witness the difference.
All right, back here to Manitowoc as we see the injured player walking under his own power. Always nice to see that. Matt Mazer helping himself off the field as he will likely exit today's game. 9:58 left. Again, it's going to be Appleton West ball here. That was a first down run when we last saw you, an 11-yard run. Ripped off there by Ben Volavsky, and a 1st and 10 now for West from the Manitowoc 31-yard line. Fourth quarter over in Stevens Point, Bayport knocking on the door. It looks like a 9-point lead is about to go to a 15-point lead over in Stevens Point, and Bayport looks like they may be pulling away here. We'll keep you up to date on that one. It's a pretty close game, a 9-point game, but Bayport down on the Stevens Point 1-yard line. Now back to pass. And ball being flicked over the middle, pass incomplete. Jack Thomas threw it between two West receivers, and it lands in the back of the end zone. And there it is. Bayport scores the touchdown, so about 7 minutes left in the game, and they now lead 35-20. So it looks like Bayport will move to 2-0. Stevens Point will drop to 1-1. I'm just calling races left and right here. I mean, who knows? I mean, 7 minutes left. Maybe not. I've seen other more, I've seen bigger comebacks than that, so maybe not. But 15-point lead, tough one. Here's the give now to Volavsky. Volavsky sidesteps one, cuts back inside, and still on his feet, still moving ahead is Ben Volavsky. What a run there. Another 11-yard run for Ben Volavsky. So good thing Eric Volavsky got in here when he did, because he's seen some nice running from Ben. Another first down for West, and the clock continues to move now. 9:35 left in the game. Ball just rests on the Manitowoc 20-yard line. As Hamas in the pistol, he's got Volavsky just to his left, and it may have been defensive encroachment on the Ships. We'll see what the call is here, although the Ships are clapping. We'll find out. And it is on Manitowoc. So a encroachment penalty will bring up 1st and 5 for Appleton West. The clock winds now, under 9:20 left to play. And a West touchdown here likely puts this one out of reach and puts the finishing bow on the top of a Appleton West win. The give goes to Volavsky, and he bounces off of the pile. He heads to the 10. He's inside the 5. Volavsky pushing forward. He'll be down at around the 3-yard line. Another fantastic run for Ben Volavsky as he runs for 12, and it's 1st and goal, Appleton West. So 1st and goal now for West, and ball marked at the 4-yard line. Hamas, give right to Volavsky, and why not? And he is going to be taken down, though, in the backfield. He'll lose a couple there. And ball will be spotted at the 9. It's actually going to be a loss of 5 on Ben Volavsky's 20th carry here today. And that will drop his total to 136 yards. Still, though, a fantastic effort for the sophomore, Ben Volavsky. A little ludicrous going on the PA here. They've kind of touched all the genres. I think we've gone all the way back to, I don't know, around 96. We have not gone pre-96 yet. But they've kind of hit all the notes, pun intended. Here goes Hamas now, and the flick out into the right flat to Volavsky. Volavsky with a head of steam, looking to the end zone, pushing forward. Is he in? No, he's down to the 1-yard line, an 8-yard reception on the pass from Hamas to Volavsky. Nice little swing pass there out into the right flat, and Volavsky nearly turned it into a touchdown. So 3rd and goal now from the 1-yard line, 7:23 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Hamas again in the pistol, Volavsky to his left. Hamas takes the snap, gives to Volavsky. Volavsky dives ahead, and he's in for the touchdown. Second 1-yard touchdown run of the game for Volavsky, the 4th touchdown scored today by the sophomore. And a very neat little 3-minute and 7-second drive for the Terrors. And the extra point is good. So they bookend extra points made on the first touchdown. The extra point is good. On the final, perhaps final touchdown in the game, or at least the last one to this point, the extra point is good as well. And it is now a commanding 32-0 lead with under 7 minutes for Appleton West. And for the last time today, I will do my very last check around the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. Spash, though, moving down the field. Let's see, did they score? No. So 36-20. And actually, Bayport back with the ball. So it looks like Bayport now will begin the process of salting away a win on the road in Stevens Point. And we'll check down the road in Kiel, where we had, and it appears as though that game is done as well, but we had a 56-21 win, Fond du Lac over Neenah. Make sure that was actually the final. Yep, 56-21, the final in Kiel, as Fond du Lac moves to 2-0, and Neenah drops to 2-1 on the season. Again, we will have Neenah football for you next week, and you'll watch it live at Zaleski Sports, along with Spash, Stevens Point High School. And Zaleski Sports, proud broadcast sponsors of both Spash and Neenah High School athletics here in this alt spring season. And we're happy to be here as well. Very happy that both schools' athletic directors got in contact with us earlier this week and said, help. So to the rescue we came. And it's been fun. Been a good time here in Manitowoc, and great facility. The turf field is really spectacular. It looks like during normal times the concessions and restrooms would be very nice as well, although they've have those outlawed today. Press box is very nice, and just very good feeling here all around. Happy to be here. As the kickoff is going to be taken at the 17-yard line, and cutting up across the 30 and down to the 32 was, I believe that was Roulette. See as they unpile, and I was yet wrong one more time. Tanner Mrotek with the carry. I was close, though. And again, we thank you all for watching. Those of you that weren't able to find a ticket, not interested in the cold weather, or just like watching us on your TV or mobile device, we thank you all for watching. Any of those 3 reasons are perfectly acceptable. All right, so the Ships, 30 from their own 32, 6:51 left to play. And Roulette will keep himself and then pitch. Just as I was saying, he was going to keep it. It may have actually been a forward pass. By the time he unleashed that ball may have been traveling forward. Either way, though, it's a gain of 5 on the play for the Ships. I'm going to put it down as a pass completed to Jackson Schmitz. That's what it looked like to me. What do you guys think? Pretty close, right? Either way, though, gain of 5, almost 6. It'll bring up second down for Manitowoc. And Roulette back to pass. Quick 3-step drop. Fires and completes as he hits his target. That's number 18, Mason Wilhelm. And Wilhelm catches a nice 12-yard pass, and it's a first down, Manitowoc. And we hear the ship horn. It's all right. Kind of like that. Again, our first time here broadcasting Manitowoc football. We're learning literally minute by minute of all the different fun we get to have here. Roulette finds space in front of him. He'll take off across the 50, cuts it back inside the Terror 40, and a very nice run there as that ball is going to be marked down at the 36, it appears. A nice 20-yard run there for Bryson Roulette, and into Terror territory they go as we see number 77, Chuck Tepler, hustling off the field for the Terrors. Now Roulette back to pass, looks over the middle, now looks to his right. He's got Morotek there. He's got a man open in the end zone, and the pass falls incomplete. Tyler Morotek not able to haul that ball in. Looks like the best opportunity to this point for a Ship score. But as it is, second down and more time left on the clock. Matter of fact, 5:21 left to play here tonight. As we see my main man, Sherm, thanking us for the broadcast. Sherm, thanks for watching tonight. Appreciate you joining in on the audience. I'll tell you, we're having a great time here. It's a lot of fun. See if we can get to some trouble on the way back home to central Wisconsin, as this one is pitched outside to Schmitz, and Schmitz will dance his way down the sideline. We'll see where they mark him out. It looks like a gain of about 8. And now 7. They back it up a little bit, so it'll be 3rd and 3 upcoming. And they even inch it back a little bit more. Spots have been a work in progress, as the whole season is right now for everybody, including us. So Roulette in the pistol, 2 behind him, drops back to pass. Again, looking for Morotek, and it'll be Morotek on the post and throws, and a couple collide, and the pass falls incomplete. We had a Tanner and a Tyler Morotek, both intended receiver. Either could have come down with it. There was one Terror down there as well that could have come away with it, and he's running off the field. Looks like that's number 34, although I don't have a 34 on my roster. At any rate, 3 were in the neighborhood. 2 in black, 1 in white. Nobody comes down with it, and it is 4th down for the Ships. So 4th and 3 with 5:06 left to play. And again, I was just informed that highlights be available a little bit after midnight. You'll find them on Facebook, Zaleski Sports Wisconsin, later on tonight and into the morning, as the handoff comes up the middle, and that will be enough for the first down, as Perengi pounds ahead for a gain of about 6 on 4th and 4, and a first down for Manitowoc as they inch closer towards the red zone. And they have not spent a whole lot of time on this end of the field. They've got a little bit of rhythm going here as we come under 5 minutes left to play in the game. Here's Roulette, 3-step drop, and out. This one is picked off. That ball is picked off at the 18-yard line, running it back across the 50, across the 40, and bounced down at the 35-yard line. We'll see if we can get a number here. And the pass intercepted by number 33, Ethan Lohr. Lohr had read that one the entire way. He saw that coming. The pass was just a little bit high on the intended receiver off the hand of Roulette. And a nice job there by Ethan Lohr to see that one coming through all the way, take it all the way down inside the Ship's 35-yard line where the ball is marked at the 34 with 4:29 left in the game. Ship's offensive line having a discussion here on the bench, and everybody patting Mr. Roulette on the shoulder, saying, hey, hang in there, kid, hang in there. We're going to be all right. As this one is picked up off the ground and lunged ahead down to around the 30-yard line. See if I can get a number there. That was Ryder Hoffman on the carry. As it looks like reserves, or at least some of the starters for Appleton West, are off the field. And that's the way it usually works around here. By the time I get everybody's names sorted out in my head, then they take them off the field and bring the other groups in. Cale knows, Matt knows what I'm talking about. You guys understand. Sometimes, yeah, they got to keep me on my toes. That's right. So it'd be Ryder Hoffman in at quarterback now, and the handoff goes to Johnson, and Johnson slips a tackle at the 30, pushes ahead, and finally brought down around the 25-yard line. It'll be third down upcoming, 3rd and 1 for Appleton West. Under 3.5 to play. Again, it's a West 32-0 lead here on the road in Manitowoc. It was Oshkosh West 31-6 over West last week. Oshkosh West over Appleton West, I should say, but a 31-6 and definitely a more pleasant bus ride back to Appleton tonight for the Terrors. As the handoff goes to Johnson. Johnson slips back around the outside. He'd started up the middle and wove his way all the way around the outside. Needed 3 yards for the first down, gets 6, and it's a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line upcoming. Yeah, Johnson keeps a very low center of gravity, and he displayed that there as he wound his way around the football field. Again, he gained 6 yards, ran for about 25, and did it all from about 2.5 feet off the ground. And that's how you do it. So 2:35 left to play. As Hoffman communicates back to Johnson, and the give goes to Johnson. Johnson shot out of a cannon straight up the middle, and a 12-yard gain for Johnson to bring up 1st and goal for Appleton West. And Colton says, thank you. Thank you, Colton, for watching. And Amber watching, and a big fan of Charlie, number 76. All right. Very good. Thank you all for watching tonight. Hope you had fun watching. I'll tell you, if you're indoors, we're a little jealous of you. It's not terribly cold, but we'd rather be in front of a fireplace right now. Yeah, it's got more cold as the night has went on, but it's April 1st. I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be 80 degrees in April 1st. I would take it, though, as Johnson slips and gain about a yard there. So I'm assuming folks commenting here are watching from, maybe their couch under a blanket, kind of curled up, laying there real nice and cozy and warm. It's all the things I dream of right now. 1:25 left to play. It's a 2nd and goal for West. So again, in at quarterback, Ryder Hoffman here in cleanup duty. Taking the place of Jack Hamas, had himself a real nice game. Here's Johnson around the corner and in. Ira Johnson, touchdown West, an 8-yard scamper for Johnson. So a nice 8-yard run there for Ira Johnson. And Johnson putting the cherry on top with 1:01 left to play. As looks like we may have another failed extra point. Maybe, maybe not. Ball tipped. Oh, nearly caught in the back line. But Appleton West will take Good Friday off tomorrow. Again, happy Easter, everybody. And the Terrors will get back on the practice field and likely do some teams practice next week, trying to get this extra point shored up. It looked good when it worked, and then it didn't look so good the other times. But early season, second game, having not played in 17 months. I mean, as of a week ago, it was like 500-some days in between games for these teams. And there is ample reason why things may not look great. It would be similar to me and Kale and Matt going on the football field right now. We would screw things up majorly. Some of them have played football a shorter time ago than I have, but yeah, it wouldn't be pretty. So you can imagine 17 months, 500-plus days. And honestly, I mean, things look fairly well-rounded out here. And I know Ships fans are saying, all right, Zaleski, we haven't scored. Okay, well, that's true. But there are things that happened today for Manitowoc that give you some reason that these guys are nearing a point where they're going to get it figured out and put on a better show in weeks going forward. In every game, every play, every down, everything is a learning. Every practice, it's all learning opportunities. And Coach Enns and his staff will watch the tape back and help their guys to prepare for next week and hope for improvement. And West, again, they're going to feel nice on the bus ride back home, as this one is taken around the 30-yard line and then bounced down. And it looked like Mason Wilhelm on the return there for the Ships. And the ball will be spotted at around the 37-yard line. And it is a running clock here now as the score has exceeded 35 points. So the Ships might get one more playoff, and then that just may do it. Again, highlights coming up just after midnight or thereabouts. Again, my advice is just give yourself a nice night's slumber. Zaleski Sports, Wisconsin, and you can relive all the best and zeros on the clock. And that will do it as our broadcast comes to an end here today. Again, thank you all for watching. Had a great time here in Manitowoc. Our final score is the Appleton West Terrors 38 and the Manitowoc Ships nothing. Have a great night, everybody, and we will talk to you again next week. Again, we will have both Nina and Spash football for you on Friday. We've got a doubleheader of soccer coming up on Saturday. That all starts at 10:30, and you watch that live at ZaleskiSports.com. Again, enjoy your Good Friday, and happy Easter, everybody.